All right, next. The best male hobbies according to women.
Sponsored by Simply Safe.
Make you more hot? Can they make you less hot? Recently, an organization called Date Psychology surveyed 840 men and women, asking them a series of questions to find out what the most and least attractive male hobbies are. And today, we're going to go through it.
What do we think the most attractive male hobby is? Hiking. What are your guys' hobbies? Video games. I like video games. I like weightlifting. I kind of like golf. I don't know what's on. I couldn't even list 8 male hobbies. Like 8. Okay. Oh, 1 through 8 on the least, and then the most. Least attractive male hobbies. I think video games is on this list. I think most women don't like men who play video games. But I think it's becoming more accustomed because video games are just like so normalized now.
And let me warn you now, guys, some of these hobbies on this list are going to upset you. And some of these hobbies on this list are our hobbies. Number 10, least.
Oh, hunting and fishing are least attractive. I am betting, I've never seen this video. I will put 10 subs that either hunting or fishing are top 3 least attractive.
Attractive hobby that a man can have, according to women, is makeup.
That's fucked up. So women don't like men that do makeup?
I mean, yeah. Okay, what's number 9? Crypto.
Understandable. Understandable. Dude, there's this new coin. Sorry, I'm locked in on the crypto trade right now. I made $45 today. I love NFTs.
Ooh. Dude, I am all about blockchain. Like the idea behind it, I'm into it, dude. Decentralized stuff. Keep people from taking crap away from you.
Yeah, but part of the problem is if Bitcoin gets so big, you could correct me if I'm wrong. There's probably going to be some finance pro that's like, actually, part of the evaluation of the dollar and why we are still okay, even though the United States has so much debt, is because most countries use U.S. currency as a means of like transitioning between currencies, right? Because it's like a very safe foundational currency out of most other countries' currencies. And if people start to adopt crypto more and more, crypto becomes more popular, but then the U.S. currency becomes less popular and people use the U.S. currency less, and then our debt matters more. Right?
But it's not my hobby. It's like one of those things where if it's your job and it's a good job, then that's one thing. But if you are like a sous chef and then you're like, oh, I'm into crypto as my hobby, it's kind of like, all right.
Yeah, if you're a finance guy and you love crypto, I feel like that's less odd than like, at least from a woman's perspective, than like you working at like a Wendy's and your hobby is trading crypto.
And I can see how that's unattractive. Crypto, fine. Self-identifying as
I think it's because they don't see how it would make you money, right? Like an individual that maybe answered this poll would be like, well, a guy that's doing that, it's like, dude, just try and get a promotion in your job rather than like bank on the next meme coin.
Crypto guy, not very attractive. Again, not up to me. This is what the girl said. Number 8, cigars.
Dude, I love cigars though. Cigars, they're bad for you, right? And they make your mouth taste fucking terrible. So I understand it. If you smoke a cigar, your mouth, number one, it causes cancer. Number 2, it is going to make your mouth taste like fucking shit. Somebody said 10 subs. I said top 3, dumbass. This is not top 3. Do you guys know how a fucking ranked system works? Didn't you smoke 5 in a row because you couldn't take them to the U.S.? Yeah, when I went to St. Martin, I bought a bunch of Cuban cigars, and I couldn't take them back. And I was like, well, I have like 5 of these. And so in one day, I smoked like 4 cigars, and I felt like fucking shit. And my gums and my mouth, dude, the worst feeling. This is how I'm going to describe the experience. It's late at night. You're like, damn, I'm hanging out with my friends. Let me smoke a cigar. We're on vacation. You smoke the cigar. You're like, wow, that was great, right? And the taste in your mouth doesn't bother you. And then you go to bed. and you wake up sober and you still smell and taste like a cigar, and it makes you want to vomit. Like, it smells so bad, it just sits in your mouth. You could brush your teeth, use mouthwash. It, like, sits in your gums for, like, 2 days. I also would not describe cigars as a hobby unless you're into collecting them. Like, would you guys consider vaping a hobby? Like, do they say collecting cigars and buying them, or, like, smoking cigars? I would say it's more on the line because, like, you could be into, like, choice cigars and brands, kind of like being into cars. But, like, I don't know, dude. Like, smoking a cigar is, like, you're not going to be like, oh, yeah, vaping's my hobby.
Number 7. Clubbing. Clubbing ain't a hobby, dude. Clubbing is a lifestyle, dude. I don't necessarily know if, like, going to a club.
I still wouldn't say that's a hobby. Like, you just like going out.
And dancing is a very unattractive thing. Girls love.
Bro, I wish I was this swaggy when I'm at a club, though. I just look like a fucking dork. Like, if I saw somebody in a club like that, I'd be like, yo, this guy's having a good fucking time.
And girls love dancing. And girls love a guy who will go dancing with them. But again, I think these people are imagining that first date. You're sitting across from each other at a restaurant. You're getting to know each other. And it's like, so what are you into? If off the bat some dude is like,
oh, yeah, if he just says, I like clubbing.
I like clubbing. I picture Jersey Shore.
Pauly D just fucking... Yeah, I'm looking for just every Italian slur under the fucking face of the earth. I'm not going to say them on Twitch, but yeah, there's a bunch of fine ass over here. I'm trying to get some ass today. Let's just say that.
But that's not to say that going to clubs and dancing, like if this were dancing, I think it would be much more attractive. So what do you like to do? I like dancing. That's something to think about. So what do you like to do? I like clubbing.
I like fist pumping. I like doing the frat flick.
Number 6. Marijuana. As a hobby?
I think they just mean guys that smoke weed. Damn.
Marijuana is my hobby. What are you into? Marijuana. It could potentially...
I wouldn't say weed is a hobby of mine, though.
Going to a movie, smoking a J. Cooking after smoking a J. You know, like, it used to be kind of like an outlaw thing and allowed you to be...
Nah, getting high and cooking's very fun.
Sort of a
It's also kind of scary.
rebellious person.
I don't advise it.
Now that it's legal, it's just like drinking. It's like being into drinking. And so, like, if you were like, hey, what's your hobby? Oh, I like drinking. It's like...
Oh, that is kind of true. Because it's, like, on the same level now. If somebody... I don't know. I still think the stigma behind it's different. Like, if you were like, yeah, I really like drinking, you'd be like, Jesus, dude. But if somebody's like, yeah, I like weed, it's, like, less of a weird thing. But I would still never say weed is a fucking hobby of mine. Like, I would never have that as a response if somebody was like, what's your hobby? I'd be like, I like going to the gym, playing video games. I'll watch philosophical videos.
Again, to each their own, but as a hobby.
Legos.
Just my opinion. And 840 women. The number 5 least attractive hobby that a man can have according to women is Funko.
Funko Pops. I don't collect those, though. That's not a hobby of mine. I just have them. Chat, it's not a collectible. You know how I can prove that? Because they're out of the box. Chat, going first person? Chat, going first person? Fuck you. They're out of the box. It's not a hobby.
First brand name on the list.
I don't collect them.
Collecting little things with big heads is the number 5 least attractive thing that a man can do as a hobby.
That is sick, though, bro. If I walked into some dude's room and he had this many Funko Pops, I'd think that's badass.
I wonder if this one is associated with the other things that it suggests that you like. Funko suggests, I like entertainment stuff so much that I have created an entirely new hobby just to show people who come to my house how much I like that stuff. And while I'm not one to judge,
Yeah, it is kind of a useless hobby. I'm not trying to diss people that like collect. I mean, every hobby of collecting's useless unless they go up in value. But I feel like the value of Funko Pops don't really rise as much as they used to. I could be wrong, but I remember when there was like a craze about them and you could like make a lot of money on them. And now I feel like it's less.
I could see.
I think I feel like Funko Pop collecting isn't as cool as like collecting Pokemon cards or like trading cards or baseball cards. Like, I think that's cooler.
How a woman walking into your house and seeing your wall of Walter White dolls might be like, I don't know if I want this guy to be the dad of my kids. Dude, but like anything in moderation is totally reasonable. I have little toys hidden all over my house. So there's like Hot Wheels here. There's a tiny little Paul Walker above a door frame watching over us, blessing us. There's a Takume Fujiwara hidden somewhere.
Why is your house so fucking empty? That was like scaring me. His shelf had like a pot and then like one Hot Wheels car on it.
Arguing online.
Whose hobby is that? What, like gaslighting people in Call of Duty lobbies or something?
Again.
Or just being like a Twitter fucking menace?
What are you into?
Or like the TikTok commenters that are just fucking annoying.
Like fighting online. About what? Anything. This is a big thing now. The debate thing. Tell him to debate me. Tell him to debate me. You would never debate me. That is the nerdiest thing I've ever heard. And I did speech and debate in high school. It could be argued that this is a synonym for red.
I love when I scroll on TikTok and there's like TikTok debaters and they're both just screaming at each other and it's just like literally the most low IQ points you could make. Prove to me the earth isn't flat. Well, it's round. No, it's not.
I will admit that I did argue with a few people when we uploaded our first few videos. Argued with a couple guys. I don't know if I argued with them. I just got them. But that's how guys who argue online probably think too. It's like, I'm not arguing, I'm getting them. That's what a lawyer does. All right, number 3.
Fishing or hunting. Fishing or hunting. Top 3. 10 gifteds on the line. One of them has to be it. Oh. Whose hobby is that, though? These are not hobbies. These are like obsessions, hobbies, or addictions of one of the 3. Nobody has a hobby of watching corn.
We might get demonetized if we write porn. Should I say corn? That's what they do on TikTok. All right. Corn. Dude, if that's your hobby.
Yo, or some shit. And it'll be unalived. This person got unalived on national TV. Bro, just say killed. Just say killed. They died. I understand people saying corn and graped because they're not trying to get, like, demonetized. Bro, killed. Unalive. This person unalived themselves. It's I feel like it just sounds annoying, like disrespectful to a degree. Like it's like you're not actually being like, dude, they're dead. Like that person's dead. They're unalive. They unalived themselves. It's always some fucking TikTok commentator. This person got unalived on 32nd Street, bro.
If that is your hobby and just like right out of the gate, you're like, this is what I'm about. Kudos to you for bravery. Much better to just come out with it and admit stuff and be about it than to bury it. This one's real tricky, dude. This one's real tricky. If it's your hobby, you know?
If it's your hobby, it's entirely understandable.
I'm not a guy who's like, dude, don't goon. Don't.
I would be... No, if it's your hobby, I understand why women have it in number 3, because that's crazy.
Don't goon. I'm too old for
I wonder what 2 and 1 are going to be. Fishing and hunting.
that. All right? Dude, as
Fishing and hunting.
a hobby, I think in general, if that's your hobby, I don't know if that's healthy. Number 3 least attractive hobby a guy can have is any sort of. Number 2,
Fuck! Oh, my God. We're banking on 1 here. Okay. Would I say gambling is a hobby of mine? Maybe. I don't know. Perchance.
Gambling. No surprise here. This is one of the ones that
Well, yeah, it's also financial instability. Yes, it is not a good hobby to have.
I saw when we first found this list, and I asked Riley if it was accurate, and she was like, well, it depends if you win. I'm just trying to put myself in the head of people.
It depends if you win. Yo, that's true though. You win like 10 grand, Hey, that's pretty cool. You lose 10 grand and cry? That's not so cool. Why are you hating on hunting and fishing? I'm not hating on hunting and fishing. I'm saying women are going to find that unattractive. Motherfuckers that be posting deer pics. Holding the antlers.
Babe, let me hold 4 grand. Let me hold another 4K, babe. Like, let me hold another 4K, babe.
I swear to God, I'll win it back.
I could totally see as a potential partner, if you're looking to have a life with someone, to build an empire together, I could totally see how gambling is a hobby that puts that at risk. Like, it's going to take a lot of Funkos to lose the house. You know what I mean? Like, gambling, you could do it in a hand. You could put it all on
you could
black
lose everything.
And be like, yeah, well, hey.
That's wild. How much fucking money is that?
But if you let me hold 4K, I think I can get it back. And then some. Not surprising. All right. We are now at the #1 least attractive hobby that a man can have according to women. I really don't have any idea what it is. Heroin? Get a little sip of coffee. I hope it's not caffeine. The #1 least attractive hobby
Fishing or hunting?
that a man can have according to women is
What?
Manosphere. Huh? Is that like guys on the internet?
Stop standing like a nerd.
Don't be a balanced broke.
Oh, people that like watch or make like Sigma videos. You're gonna be a fucking broke pussy if you don't follow these 3 financial tips for success. #1, stand up straight. #2, mew. All right, I gotta get 5. How many? It was 10. Fuck, dude. Oh, gifted subs are 35% off for the next 15 hours. Joe Bartolozzi, thank you for the 10 subs.
Six-pack abs.
When you live life chasing balance, you get
So you're gonna have a hard time replacing every place.
I mean, what do I have to say about this? 98% of our audience is male, and a lot of them are young men. And I do acknowledge that there are specific challenges and hardships that young men have to deal with, and I don't know if they are currently given the...
Well, I think that young men go down 2 paths, right? If they're dealing with an emotional issue or problems, they either open up about them and try and deal with them with other people and recognize that being an emotional individual or having, not great financial success at a young age doesn't make you, less manly. Or they go down the other path and become emotionless and think that they need to be some sort of alpha male to, live the way that they need to have, right? And I think that's where those people try to promote that. Like the Andrew Tate mindset of like, you can't cry, you can't do this, you have to have a woman that needs and relies on you, all this other shit. Like, it's like one of 2 ways.
But like, I think that like this just preys on that fact and is sort of a perverse, nerdy way of handling that stuff. So I don't know. One of the reasons we started this channel, and more I want to like have those conversations with you guys and help you navigate some of those things in ways that like I either did or didn't.
Are more not extremist, right? I think like there's a problem with a lot of men of like, they feel weak or this or that. And instead of like assuring them and being like, hey, this is just normal, right? You don't have to live up to these specific standards that have been stereotyped and preset to you. There's the alternative that like go, yeah, you are a fucking pussy. And if you don't become a man soon, your life's gonna fucking suck. Buy my program and start fucking taking steroids, lifting and gambling and fucking doing the stock market every goddamn day. Otherwise, you're not going to fucking make it in life. You have to work all day, every day, or else everybody's going to fucking hate you. Never cry. Crying's for the weak.
Luckily, they are attracted to some stuff, though, huh, guys? We are here, guys.
I have no idea what's going to be on this. I literally no idea what's going to be on this. Maybe video games now because they weren't on the list. Like sports and video games, maybe. Reading, yeah.
Guys, there is hope. I'm not just telling you what's wrong with you. I'm giving you some stuff that might attract.
Cooking, yeah. Cooking, lifting, reading.
the opposite sex. All right.
Maybe video games.
Number 5, most attractive hobby a man can have according to women
Yeah, playing an
is
instrument's good. Woodworking. What the fuck? What the fuck? Am I building a goddamn birdhouse? Woodworking? Huh? That's top 5? I don't think any woman in her 20s would be like, yeah, woodworking's just the fucking sexiest hobby.
Be like,
yeah, it's because it's manly, maybe. I don't know. Like, when you think of woodworking, you're thinking of, like, a buff guy with a beard that has a flannel on that's just like...
Nick Offerman woodworks.
Yeah, literally. Nick Offerman is an attractive man, though.
Number 4, cooking.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense, though.
I totally
Man that could make a good meal.
get it. It's attractive to be able to feed your mate, to feed a potential family. Dude, cooking is so attractive. I just read 2 Anthony Bourdain books, and I was thinking, Anthony Bourdain is so known. The Bear. Oh, girls love The Bear. We're all buying expensive white t-shirts because of this guy. Matty Matheson, not a traditionally attractive man, but he's got zaddy status because the mohawk knows how to cook. This one makes sense. If anything, I'm surprised it's at number 4. Makes me
Yeah, I would have guessed top 2.
salivate for number 3. Number 3, most attractive hobby according to women, playing instruments.
I actually know how to play the trombone. Wait, what's that one whistle where they go... All right, that didn't look that sus. All right, what is that called? They use it in SpongeBob. Not a kazoo. Slide whistle. Yeah. Do you know how to play any instruments? Actually, I do. And I break out a slide whistle.
I think this is a best case scenario, worst case scenario. And quite honestly, I'm surprised that cooking is not above playing instruments. I think when someone sees, oh, playing an instrument, they're thinking John Mayer. They're thinking this guy's...
Or like a beautiful piano, like a pianist, right? Versus like somebody that's just amateurly good at playing the ukulele.
Gonna doodle on a guitar. And he's gonna Dominic Fike me a song like I'm in Euphoria or something. But guess what else is an instrument? The trumpet. Guess what else is an instrument? The tuba. I'm not saying...
Yeah, I think it's it's very broad, right? I think it depends what instrument it is.
those are unattractive instruments to play, but a guy...
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
who's good at guitar, 100% attractive. A guy who's bad at the violin, maybe not. Being bad at an instrument quickly goes from being very cool.
Well, I think that's the assumption, is that you're good at playing instruments. It's your hobby.
Number
Manosphere said.
2, foreign
So learning other languages or speaking other languages?
languages. It's more of a thing than a hobby, isn't it? And I think we're getting into like Twilight novel arena of women imagining men that don't exist. This is the first one that I'm like, all right, okay, you're getting fooled. If some guy's like, oh yeah, like my hobby's learning foreign languages, he's...
Yeah, there's no way that he speaks foreign languages. I mean, maybe. How many men's hobby, though, is learning other languages? Like, I would love to learn another language, but even if I wouldn't say it would be a hobby of mine. It would be like, it's just something I want to know.
He's trying to appear like he is something that he probably is not. Sorry, ladies, that guy does not exist. Unless you're Xiaoma NYC, you're probably wrong.
I love Xiaoma. I love Xiaoma. Oh, my God. Yeah, we should watch another video of him getting a massage from an Indian man in New York City. He actually does know like 40 languages, though. That guy knows like every language known to man.
Guys, we've made it. We went through all of the non-attractive ones.
Yeah,
We've
what is
gone
it
through
now?
a bunch of the attractive ones.
Oh, my God, I need to know. I need to know. Just go for
Hey,
it.
gentlemen, and if you don't do it, maybe you should pick it up. Number 1 most attractive hobby that a man can have, according to women, is...
Video games. Looking on Facebook Marketplace at old Japanese cars that are broken and sending them to your friends, and then looking at old car parts that fit in that car and doing a total like fantasy build of that car that you have no intention of buying.
Looking on Facebook Marketplace at old
Yo, sometimes if I'm bored, I will go on like Mustang's website and build a car and just look at it and be like, dude, this would be badass.
Most attractive hobby that a man can have, according to women, is Reading.
Boo.
Dude.
I get it, though. I get it, but it's like not a shocker, you know?
This one's free. You ever heard of a library? This one's awesome. This one's easy. Easier than woodworking. Definitely easier than cooking.
I feel like it's also very specific. What are you reading? Are you reading Karl Marx's Communist Manifesto, or are you reading Harry Potter? Are you reading Harry Potter, or are you reading, you know, I don't know, fucking Robert Frost, right? Are you liking poems, or are you liking more, you know, political propaganda? Yeah, I just like reading and writing Wattpad.
Sharing books that I'm reading with you guys. You guys want to start a book club? Should we do that? Should we start a Discord? Are we becoming best friends right now? Dudes, if you can prove to me that you read 16 books by my birthday, March 19th, I will.
I could prove that I've read 16 books in my life. I don't think I mean, if you quizzed me on books I read a year ago, though, I might fail some of the questions.
I'll do it, dude. I'll figure it out. Guys, let's
figure it out. He has to buy 5,000 men pizzas. All right, that was a W video, though. I enjoyed that. All right, last piss of the stream, then we're hopping into the fucking next video.